Everybody, I'm waiting for paint to dry. So I'm going to work on today's Zentangle. Um, I'm going to be using this Borden and Riley paper for pen, ink, and marker. And it is super smooth. And I fell in love with this paper at first touch. I went into my art store, I saw it, I was like, oh, interesting. It's for pen and ink and marker. So, but then I touched it and I was like, oh my God, that's so smooth. Texture junkie. Anyway, I'll throw a link in the description for this paper if I can find it on Amazon for you. And yeah, so let me readjust everything and let's go. So I cut that big paper into 4 pieces so it can fit on my desk. So this is going to be 4 days worth of Zentangles. So let's pick this one and let's get going. Uh, Pencil. I summon the pencil to me. Here we go. Pencil summoned. uh, Small desk, still do stuff. All right, so for this one, I kind of want a border. All right. Okay. And then I'm just gonna draw some random lines. Try and make them as random as possible. Maybe have one going like so. I kind of don't like that one because it's too close to this. It'll be okay. Maybe I'll just adjust this and have it going out instead of in. And have one here. Don't want it too crowded. So I'll stop here. Ah, with the line work. Okay, so then I want to make like these lines, I want to make them ribbons. I'm going to make this ribbon thinner. Looks kind of strange. All right, and then this will be, all of these lines are going to be ribbons. Hmm. We'll do a ribbon here. Okay, and then this one will be gonna do this one here. Gonna let this ribbon be here. And because I cannot commit to lines right away, I'm going to clean this up with my eraser. So, and figure out which one is going to overlap which one. So I'm going to have this one overlapping that one, this one overlapping this one. Okay. Uh, this one is going to overlap these two. This one is overlapping the one behind. Okay, I'm gonna have like a double one here. So this one's gonna go here. So this one's gonna overlap this one, but then it's gonna go under this one. And then it's gonna go over this one. That would be fun. All right. All right, so now we have some order to our lines. Let me see who, oh, all right, good stuff. So just like that, lines are turned into ribbons. And let's touch up the lines overlapping here. The edge that I made for myself. All right. Very cool. And then I have to figure out what I'm going to put in the boxes themselves. Oh, here's one. I'll have him overlapping this way. Okay. Did I get them all? I think I got them all. All right. So let me think about what's going to go in the boxes themselves. Okay, so I thought about it for a little bit, and I think I'm going to put flowers inside my boxes. So kind of like just normal. I'm just gonna be 4 petal flowers for simplicity. I gotta do better at flowers. I want to erase it. Let's erase it. 4-leaf clover sort of thing. Yeah, hey, there you go. There you go. Got 4-leaf clover. One here. Gonna put one here. Feel like I'm just gonna draw through it so that I can. I guess this one's gonna be 3. Let's try and make it 4, huh? So I'm not good at flowers, so that was kind of need practice. We need flower practice, and then let's draw back the ribbon. So this flower is going to be under the ribbon. All right. So I'm going to try and fill this thing with flowers. Uh, and I'll get right back to you after these messages. Maybe have maybe have a few even overlap. That would be great. So let's put one here and let's have him well closer so he can overlap this one. Should we do some bigger than others? Like a real big one here in the center. And then have one overlapping like this. Another one right here. So all you're gonna see is this petal and maybe just indications of the others. I have to draw through it or else I'm not gonna get properly. I don't remember who was overlapping who now, so we're gonna do, if that's under, this one's over. All right, one here. This, this bottom one is gonna be interesting because it's gonna be a big one, but the ribbons are in the way. So in retrospect, or if I'm a thinking person, next time we'll draw the flowers first. So maybe let's do that. Let's try and ignore the lines and just draw some flowers. That's three. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna leave this one out, overlapping everybody. I'm gonna leave this flower to be like a rebel. These little tiny ones are too small for flowers. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with the smaller ones. Just trying to think it through. Hmm. So now I'm thinking, right. So this is what I have so far, and I'm gonna think about what to put in these little tiny places here. Maybe I don't need anything there. Maybe we just leave the spaces and let the spaces be spaces. All right. So I'll be back. Let me check on my thing that's drying. Okay, so now I'm gonna ink this. This one's too small. Let me grab a bigger one. Just 12 minutes. All right. So now I'm gonna put some ink down using my marker. That kind of looks weird. How I decided to do that last minute. Should have just stuck with the plan. uh, I was thinking of something, but it didn't turn out quite what I was thinking. Uh-oh. That was supposed to be my rebel. That's all right. Change your plans. Pay more attention to our rebel in the next section. Trying to watch out for my rebel plant there. All right, let's give our rebel some space. Whoops. Hmm. Hmm. Am I missing a ribbon? All good? I think we're all good. All right. This is a weird looking one. We didn't think this one out properly, did we? Try and save it. Hmm. not quite sure if that one goes. Let me see if I can redraw this one. That's a little bit more believable. That's a lot of flowers. That one didn't look so good. I got mixed up on some of those lines. That one only has three. Okay. Oh, 330. Okay. And now I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna add my ink with my brush to the negative spaces, I'm gonna add my darkest darks. All right, so let's put some water in here. So now, oh, we're gonna have to let that dry. So let's avoid this area altogether. This area right here got some drips on it. That's why we move our paper. All right, let's be very careful. Let me put my pen down here. My brush, I mean, sorry. Pen, brush, pencil, same things. Same things, really. All right. I think this needs a little bit more water if I'm being honest with myself. It's already starting, the ink is already starting to dry. All right, so that should be good. Okay. All right, let's go. And I just want to see how this looks because I understand that this has a lot of negative space in it. So this one's going to be on the darker side of life. I feel like one, when we get up here, it'll be already dry. Do this little weird one. Ah, and then get our rebel. Or peach. Oh no! Whoops. Whoops. Whoopsie. Once a whoops. There we go. I think this looks great. All right. I'm gonna come in here with some yellow and some green, since they are clovers after all. So I'm reactivating my yellow, which is now which now has some ink in there. Mm. And reactivating this green. I don't like that yellow. I'm gonna get a pure yellow. There. Okay. And for this, we're just gonna dot the dot. Oh, we'll come back to that one. One has a little bit of water on it. And because this is not watercolor paper, we're only going to go over it once. This is marker paper. And then we're going to let these dots dry for 20 minutes. And here we come back to this one. All right, let's wait for 20 minutes. All right, now it's time for the green. They haven't dried all the way. There's still some shiny bits on the yellow, but I think we should be okay. So here's the green that I mixed. I'll put some more in there. So we're just gonna go over it. That's a little bit too much water. I'm gonna need a piece of tissue paper. You are not prepared. Here we go. I don't have to worry about the overlap because it's black. I just have to worry about the ribbons. So I guess I'm thinking about the new year and I wish us all good luck for this year, for New Year. So with our 4-leaf clovers, good luck everybody. Nice. All right. So I'm also thinking the complementary color of green is I think it's red orange or red. No, it's red. Red. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I was thinking about doing I have a red. I do have a little red here. And I was thinking about doing the ribbons in red. But mm, I might just do it. Let's just do it. We'll let it dry first. Or you know what? We'll leave it like this. Let's leave it like this. We'll we'll leave it like this. With the white, black and white, and with the green as our little accent color. So we'll leave it like that. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to let this dry and then put one more layer of green over it because I want the green to really pop. So I'm going to maybe let's see, get it as dark as this maybe. I'm gonna get it as dark as that. So have a really dark green. Actually, I don't like that. Actually, I think I like the light green better. All right, so I guess I'm leaving it like this because I didn't like the dark green. The dark green is a little bit too dark against the dark black background. So we'll leave it like this. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So let's sign it. We're done. And this is January 9, 2026.